Real Salt Lake back in training here at Rio Tinto Stadium, coming off Friday night's controversial 1-1 draw at home against the San Jose Earthquakes. Next up, tomorrow evening against Western Conference foe LA Galaxy here at Rio Tinto Stadium.
Yeah, obviously still frustrated. I think you use that frustration and motivation and take into the Wednesday game against LA. It wasn't just our team. I think the referee was poor for both teams, you know. I was speaking to Wando before the half-time, and he was just complaining as well, saying that the referee just needs to let both teams play, and I agreed with that. But at the end of the day, we can still control like our own fate, so I think we just got to enter the games now knowing that the referee's going to be poor. So let's just do everything we can in our power to keep 11 men on the field and stay out of the referee's pocket and just try and keep the game flowing. It felt like at times there's very stop and start with the game. There's no flow to it, especially in the first half. So just looking forward to the game Wednesday.
The rule is that Homingson broke his hips open, and when you open up your hips, that means you're making a play on the ball. So if he would have just stood there and it would have deflected off of him, it would have been offsides. But since he opened up his hips about this much, it's onside. But that's the rule. I don't understand it. He was offsides on the first initial shot. He was offsides the whole entire time, but the ball deflects off our player, and he's onside. So
it's up to us to, create the opportunities during the game, but I feel like we just got to get a lot more movement going and keeping the ball and recognizing when we can go on the fast break and when we do need to keep the ball, because we just can't keep going every single time and not hold on to the ball. We got to take care of the ball.
We're striving every day to get better in training. We know we have to create more chances, and we can't throw the kitchen sink forward and we leave ourselves exposed. We're doing a good job defensively, minus the New England game. You look over the last few games, teams have had 1 and 2 chances against us. Problem is we've had 1 or 2 chances. So how can we still continue to be sound defensively, but take risks at times and really not turn it into risk, but putting people in the attack.
The LA Galaxy coming off a 1-1 draw at home, once again without the services of Jose Villarreal and Robbie King, amongst a few others. But this is the first of 3 games on the road here at Real Salt Lake, at FC Dallas, and on the road at Orlando City.
They can throw a couple different lineups. They had a different lineup in their last game this weekend. No Juninho, but similar style. They're still the Galaxy. They have a ton of quality, but it could be a game that we get at them as well.
He's deadly. He brings a lot of attention up top. So them without him for a while, he's kind of taking that away. But they still got a lot of dynamic players who can make plays and still step up to the plate. Whether
he's used as a sub or a starter, it seems like he always comes through for their team. At the end of the day, I think it's because he works so dang hard. He creates things for himself because he's nonstop, and it's a credit to him.
A few injury concerns for head coach Bruce Arena, Robbie Keane, Jose Villarreal leading the front line, but keep an eye on Bradley Jamison IV, Giassi Zardes, and Alan Gordon coming off the bench for Real Salt Lake. Those front 3 can cause some serious problems.
I think about it all the time. It's something that did not sit well with myself or the team, but you got to move on from that. We're doing some things differently, so we want to get better as the season goes on. We knew it was going to be trying to pick up points, trying to improve every week. At the end of the day, it helps when you have a full complement of players, because then your substitutions pattern can be different. But I think the guys are giving everything they have right now. I believe we're improving, but we do need to get some healthy bodies back, that's for sure.
That definitely hurt our pride in the last season, and he felt for a few weeks after that, just the way the season ended on a sour note. So that'll definitely going to be back in my head when we step on the field against LA, and going to take our frustration out on them. Frustration from the last game, and then frustration from the playoff game last year, how they hurt our pride. I'll definitely be thinking about that 5-0 loss, and I'm going to stick it to them.